just doing a quick video to do a taste test. I got these the other day and I have not been on because my arm has been killing me and stuff. So, hey Tosh, I was going to try these real quick to get a video out here. Hey Keith, so we got some white cheesecake M&Ms. So they come in pink, white, and cream. And they're bigger than like a plain M&M. See it? I don't think there's anything in it. No, there's nothing in it. They do actually taste like cheesy. The shell is extra thick. It's more thick than usual. It's good. If you ever had, when they had the Easter time, when they have the what was it, carrot cake M&Ms, if you tried those when they had them, they tasted like this, but the carrot cake also had like a cinnamon flavor added to it. So this doesn't have any cinnamon flavor added. It's just the, you know, creamy cheese flavor. I'm not sure why the crust is so much thicker though. That crust is thick. You see how thick the crust is? That crust is thick. Oh, Keith, no. It doesn't have graham cracker paste. It's like cheesecake without the crust. I'm gonna try each color again to see if I tasted a different flavor. It's just cream cheese with a really, really thick candy coating. So, yeah, they're good. I'd use these like maybe in some cookies. Like maybe make some either chocolate cookie dough or sugar cookie dough. Put this in it. Ooh, or red velvet cookie dough. Red velvet cookie dough, and put these in there. Yeah. He said cookies. Oh yeah, they're good, y'all. And like I said, they're big. They're like twice, at least twice, if not 3 times the size of a plain M&M. Hey, Cousin Pam. Hey, D. They're big. Look at that compared to peppermint. They're big. It's a big M&M. Thank you. That's a big M&M. No, I'm going down. Crust is too thick. If the crust wasn't so crunchy, so extra, I probably would munch on them. I never liked the really sugary candies. Now you want a peppermint. I never liked the really sugary candies. Like, I'd rather just have some plain white chocolate than white chocolate dipped in candy coating. Like, I never liked the little sprinkles put on ice cream. I didn't want those little candy decals they put on cake. I always took all that crap off and threw it away. I don't want just a big crunch of sugar. Never liked it. Hey, Tasty. Hey, Big Reds. I missed you. Who else did I miss? Hey, Living Life with T. Bacon Butterfly. Yeah, I like gummy bears. I like hot tamales. I like licorice, taffy, white chocolate, caramel or caramel, whichever one. Milk Good, Sugar Babies. Starburst. Me too, Pam. I like either licorice. I even like the other flavors of licorice you can get, like if you go to the candy store. I never cared for, like, just the extra sugary, crunchy stuff. I didn't, just, it was never my thing. Nerds and Runts and Smarties, Sweet Tarts, whatever they were called. I never liked all that. Hey, Twilight. Stop. I do like Skittles, but I won't eat very many Skittles either. I'll eat Starburst before I'll eat Skittles. And my favorite Starburst is the strawberry, the pink. Yeah, I tried it. Do you want to see it? Yeah, I tried it already. See them? They're real big. And they have an extra thick crust on them. Let me get the pink one so you can see it. The shell on them. Yep, this is a new one. It's like, I guess, the Valentine special this year. Okay. Look at how thick the shell is. If I can get it to. Y'all see it? See how thick the crust is? That is a thick coating. This one tastes like the carrot cake minus that little cinnamony, nutmeggy flavor that they had added to it. So it's just the cheesy taste that the carrot cake one had. But it doesn't have that spiciness added. So it's just the creamy, cheesy. So if you like the carrot cake ones, you're going to like these. Yeah, it's crunchy. Like, the crust is extra thick, so it's crunchy. I'm literally crunching on it. I said these would be good if you made like some red velvet cookies. Or maybe some carrot cake cookies. You just in here being nosy. Here, go to bed. I know the other one coming. Let me get her some too. Have a spare cheesecake. Here, Rayon, I know you want it.
What kind of M&Ms are these?
Cheesecake. That's just a piece of the crust. That's the candy coating. That's how thick that candy coating is. That's a piece of the little candy shell.
I got a breath of mint.
I don't know why you got mint. Something wrong with your taste bud if you tasted mint. That's how thick that candy coating is.
Why are you drinking mommy's tea?
That's how thick that candy coating is.
I'm trying to.
Why is this coating so thick?
They just wanted to make it extra thick, I guess.
And it's so
Whoa.
smooth.
I know. You like them?
Can I show them?
There's still the same thing in every one. But they're really good.
Y'all see how thick that coating is?
Yeah, it's really thick. They can see it better on mine.
How you gonna think they can see it better on yours?
Because my arms is white.
No, it wasn't. Hers was pink. It's a lot of shell on there. But if you're like people that like the crunchiness, y'all gonna stop drinking my tea. Come fill my cup back up, Rayon. So people who like that crunchiness, they're gonna love them. It's the inside is not sweet. It's more of a, because it's like cheesecake. So it's got a little sweetness, and you got that creamy cheesy. But that extra candy coating, that's the sugar. So that it's a lot of candy coating on it. It's a lot of candy coating on it. 18 grams of sugar in 16 pieces. 18 grams of sugar in 16 M&Ms. $19 total carbohydrates. I probably will. If they don't, if the youngest don't steal them and eat them up, I'll make them some cookies or something with them.
I have one more.
Because when I go to work, she likes to come in my room and eat up stuff. But if she doesn't eat them up, I'll make them some cookies with them. There go Keith and cookies. How many carbs? What did I say? Yeah, 19 grams of carbs. 140 calories. It is 9:09 p.m. This is gonna be a drone. Quiet. Go to bed. Hey, Nelly. Come, Pam. Only thing I do to my skin is leave it alone. When I wash my face, I open my pores with hot water. I wash my face. I either use, like if I feel like my face is dirty, like actually dirty, then I'll use some shoot, I can't even think of the name of it. It's a facial cleanser. It's in a white bottle. It's not Curel. Let me see. Cetaphil. I open my pores with hot water, as hot as I can take it. I put a rag on my face with hot water, open my pores. Then I use Cetaphil and scrub. I always scrub up, not down, or to the, sideways like that. It's Cetaphil, Cetaphil. And then I get ice cold water and put that over my face to close my pores back up. That's it. And that's only if I feel like, I got a bunch of, I've been out, and I feel like I've been out in the smog and the stuff, and I feel like I have gunk on me. That's when I do that. Otherwise, I wash my face with I open my pores with hot water. I might use some vinegar or a little coconut oil, and I wash with that. And then same thing, ice water, and that's it. I leave my skin alone. Even for my teeth, I brush my teeth with baking soda and coconut oil and a drop of peppermint soap, Castile peppermint soap. That's what I use on my teeth. I'm very minimalist when it comes to adding extra stuff into my skin or my mouth. Dr. Bronner's. Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. Which is expensive, but the bottle lasts a really long time. You get the big bottle. It's like $16.99, but you only use a drop. And I mean you use a drop because that stuff will light your butt up. Your feet stink? Soak your feet in hot vinegar water. Hot water and vinegar, some Epsom salt. Let them soak. And then you can scrub off dead skin, because dead skin is what stinks. Feet don't stink, it's the skin on them. Just let them soak in Epsom salt, vinegar water, hot water. Let them soak. Scrub all the dead skin off. And then you can rub them down with some coconut oil. If you have some, you can put a couple drops of peppermint oil in the hot water too. Yeah. Thank you, Keith. Hey, Nene TV. Yeah, if you're able to sleep in socks, if you put the coconut oil on your feet and put socks on, that will really, really moisturize your feet. I can't deal with anything on my feet, so I never do that part. I just have to oil again. Men don't care about stanky feet. They feet stink. Can't have that stinking either. And you can use coconut oil and a drop of peppermint soap on that area too. Balance all pHs around here. I think Butterfly might have left. Can't deal with yeast. No yeast around here. Okay, later, Twilight. Thank you for coming by. Hi, Mika. Is that Maika? Thank you. Thank you, Tasty. They're sweeties. They drive me crazy, but they're sweeties. Mika. Yeah, I already tried them. I'll let you see how big they are. They're really big. Really big. And the crust is really thick. You see them next to a peppermint? They're pretty darn big. Just as thick as a peppermint. Yeah, it's good. It tastes like cheesecake, but it has a really thick shell. The shell on it is really thick. You see how thick that shell is? The shell is super thick. Super thick shell. I'm not sure why they decided to make the shell so extra thick though. I don't know why. So like all that extra bigness to make it that much bigger than a plain M&M, they just kept dipping it in the sugary coating. Dip it again, dip it again, dip it again. 2 more times. Look at that. But they are good. They are good. I'm going to make my kids some kind of cookies and put these in there. What about a muffin? Can you put candy in a muffin? Like instead of chocolate chip muffins, I do M&M cheesecake muffins. Hey, V-Stack. Yeah, the filling is good. It's just cheesecake. Like it's creamy and cheesy, and it's not too sweet. It's just that outside part, you know. It's a thick candy coating. If you like crunching, then you know you'll like it. People that like that, you know, that crunch feeling. I found those at Walmart, but they haven't been at every Walmart. I found them at one Walmart that I walked in, and they only had them up by the door when you first walked in. They were not in the candy aisle. They were not in the Valentine's aisle. They were up right at the door when you walked into the store. I just happened to see him out of the corner of my eye. Where you at, Big Reds? Why's he got the air on? I'm a hot-natured person, but my air is not on right now. The fan is on. My fan is always on, but the air is not on. It didn't warm up that much. Oh, really? We only got up to, I think we got up to 50 today. Yeah, 52. But I think Thursday we're supposed to get into the 70s. I think it's Thursdays we're actually supposed to really warm up for real. Yeah, Thursday's supposed to get up to 66. High of 66, low of 30. That's going to be a painful day for me because that's a big difference in temperatures all in one day. That's going to have some arthritis kicking my butt. I can understand hot-natured because I'm hot-natured. And then the bad thing is I'm hot-natured and I'm severely anemic because I have thalassemia. So I can't stand being hot. I can't stand being hot at all. I want to be cold, but then the cold makes me hurt because I'm anemic. Hey, Hazel. Yeah, it's going to be 66 Thursday, and then by Monday it's going to be back down to 21 degrees. I don't eat red meat or pork, but I eat chicken, turkey, and seafood. My kids eat more beef than I do. Like when I make them spaghetti and stuff, all the different stuff that I make, I usually don't eat that. Especially the spaghetti and stuff, because I can't really eat tomato sauce. So I fix that stuff for them, all the Italian food and stuff that I fix. They eat that. I'll usually have a piece of chicken or fish or something like that. I don't like raw onions. I like grilled onions. Oh, and I like these. Have you had these? These are so good. These are so good. You can get this with, it has the pickles in it too, or you can just get the onions. I had some of the pickles. My daughter ate both of my jars of pickles. So all I have is onions now. But they are so good. These are so freaking good. If you get the pickles one, then you get onions and pickles together. This one is just the onions and I guess that's pimento that's in there. Red bell pepper. Yeah. Red bell pepper is what a pimento is, so yeah. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? It's so good, y'all. You sure can. It's onion, Vidalia onion. Pickled Vidalia onion. And they are so good. We're eating some pickled Vidalia onion. Okay, these are so good. So good. They have those, and then they have the pickles too. I think they say bread and butter pickle. Or Vidalia onion bread and butter. Let me see. Because she ate my jar. She ate 2 whole jars. It says Mount Olive Simply Vidalia Bread and Butter Garden Salad. That's what it says. Hold on. Let me move my pho. Alright, let's see. Simply Vidalia Bread and Butter Garden Salad. Those are really good. I just told you my 8-year-old ate 2 jars in 2 days. So you know they're good. I don't think I'd put these on my pizza or wings just because they're kind of sweet because it's the bread and butter. But if you're eating something spicy, it's a good crunch to go with the spice because it'll bring the heat down. So it will be good, like, if you were eating like some hot wings maybe, or like eating some pho and you put a lot of hot pepper in it. It brings it down. Now, nowhere near as good as Satan. I don't think it's going to work on Satan toe because it's still vinegar. That's like Chris over there trying to put mayonnaise on the lips. Like that was going to help. I'm like, that's vinegar and eggs. I don't know what the vinegar and egg is going to do to cool anything off. That's vinegar. Don't throw vinegar in the fire. They ain't have no dairy in the house, though. They knew better than that. I don't care how lactose ignorant you are. You want to try some kind of hot, spicy challenge, you better get you some lactose. You need some lactose near. Yeah, 2 jars. She ate 2 jars. Little greedy butt. Stop it. Stop hitting.
Let go.
Shaylin. Shaylin.
Yes.
Stop.
Shaylin, quit. Leave me alone.
Every night. Oh, it'd be really good in tuna fish sandwich. It would be really good in tuna fish sandwich. Either the onion or the pickle or both. And the garden salad one, it has carrots in it, onions, pickle. I feel like there might have been some kind of little pepper in there. Oh, more of the red bell pepper was in there, the pimento. But yeah, it has carrots, pickles, onion. I think there's some garlic floating around in there. But yeah, that would be good. Hey, Beatrice. That would be really good with tuna. That would be good with tuna. Chicken salad, too. Shoot, any of them salads. Macaroni salad, egg salad, tuna salad, chicken salad. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried the M&Ms. They're good. They have a really, really thick crust. The candy coating is really thick on it. Like, it's seriously thick. This is the candy coating. Uh-oh, he tore the bed up. It's a really thick candy coating. So the inside is good. It tastes like cheesecake. It really does. I will do tuna with crackers. I will do tuna on a slice of bread. I will do tuna just by itself. Like, I'll do tuna with like a pita chip. Shaylin, if you don't stop, you're not taking this, you are getting this golden gram in the morning. Stop and go to sleep. Fish and cheese sandwich sounds really good right now. I'm gonna get my daughter to heat up my soup. Shaylin, stop playing. If I have to call your name again, you're not getting the golden gram treat.
Ow!
Yeah, Keith, you can have it. I'm sure vegan chicken salad would be good with them too, Keith. I'm gonna try some vegan stuff, but I want to find like the stuff that y'all say tastes good because I don't want to spend my money on nasty stuff and then I'll be mad. I don't like wasting my money. I never try stuff until somebody already tells me it tastes good and then I can go ahead and buy it and try it. I like my money. You make cauliflower bread. I don't care for cauliflower. I will eat fried cauliflower. Remember we were talking about that the other day? But I don't like cauliflower on its own. I'm scared to try like the cauliflower bread, cauliflower pizza crust, because I'm like, what does it taste like? Because if it's just tasting like cauliflower, try your vegan cookies. Oh, that's not bad. $6 is not bad at all. Would that be enough for 3 people? And my oldest daughter eats like a grown man. Okay. Hey, Carol. Thank you. Yeah, fried cauliflower is amazing. When I was in junior high and high school, my mom used to make fried cauliflower at least once a month, sometimes twice. And that would be all that we ate. There was nothing to go with it. She would just season that cauliflower, batter it, and fry it. And we ate it like we was eating chicken. Try it with honey. Ooh. And then when Auntie Fee came around, she did broccoli, which I had never done. So she convinced me to try and do it with broccoli, fried broccoli. And it was good too. Ryan, come get my soup and heat it up. They're just gonna keep playing till I hurt them. Heat it up for 2 minutes. Hello, everybody, and Mohammed. Yeah, that fried broccoli was good. And then also my cousin made a broccoli salad. That was delicious too. But I would eat broccoli raw. Cauliflower, I don't know. There's just something about the taste of cauliflower I just don't like. But when it's seasoned like chicken, it's good. Go blow your nose. Then quit snorting it.
Why don't you like cauliflower?
I don't like the taste of cauliflower.
What does it taste like?
Cauliflower. I can't describe it. It tastes like itself. It's just like lobster. I don't like the taste of lobster. It just tastes like lobster. Something about the taste that doesn't agree with me.
What if it's fried?
I still don't like lobster. No matter how it's cooked. I don't like it in a soup. I don't like it fried. I don't like it steamed. I don't like it roasted. I don't like the taste of lobster. It's got a weird twang. I don't know. It's just something I don't like about lobster. I love crab, but I don't like lobster at all. It's kind of like me and cilantro. It just doesn't work. There's something that I don't have the gene for.
Just like Oreo and meat and guinea pigs and why is Zero just staring?
I don't know. I've seen the broccoli salads that Walmart has, but it wouldn't be the same as what my cousin does because hers is all minced up, and it's like broccoli. No, was it broccoli, celery, some cheese. I think there was some onion. She didn't have like carrots in it, and Walmart puts carrots in every freaking thing. Broccoli, onion, cheese, celery, pimentos. And then I think she used like either sour cream or yogurt. No, it's a salad. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's a broccoli salad. I got this morning or earlier this afternoon. I went up there and ordered it. My chicken and rice stick noodle. And I got all the way home and opened up my thing. And I had freaking fettuccine noodles. And I was like, well, let me just go ahead and eat it anyway. Because I didn't want to go back to the store, back to the restaurant. I put that noodle in my mouth and it was just mush. And I was like, oh, no. Can't do it. I had to go back up there and get her to fix me a new soup. You need to find a cheesecake. You have Jack in the Box there? No. Gonna say because they're 24 hours and they have a cheesecake. It has there's something about the taste. It has this weird, twang. It just doesn't work for me. That looked like a mosquito. I had to kill that. I'm not gonna be biting me all night. Yeah, if you overcook any seafood, it'll be rubber. Crab, shrimp, calamari, trying to think who else has cheesecake. Popeyes, some Popeyes have a Mardi Gras cheesecake. I think Burger King has a cheesecake. Burger King has cheesecake. Y'all gotta have a Burger King. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen a Captain D's in so many years. They got rid of Captain D's in Oklahoma and Texas. Shoot, probably when I was like 9, 10 years old. We just have Long John Silver's. Wow. Down here, Long John's took it over. But they're actually kind of starting to dwindle and vanish now. You don't see as many Long Johns as you used to. All right, Keith, sounds good. And I'm full again. So, as y'all see, I don't eat much. But I've got to get myself back in the habit of eating a little bit like that every 2.5 to 3 hours. When I got injured, I reverted back to only eating once a day, if I ate once a day. Because the only way I'd get food, you don't have to eat noodles with chopsticks. You can eat anything with chopsticks. You go to Asia, they eat everything with chopsticks. Everything. When I was in Taiwan, I watched a woman. She had a container of spare ribs, and she ate spare ribs off the bone using chopsticks. And I was sitting there watching it with my life. I'd never seen anything like that in my life. Then while I was there, I was people eating fried chicken. They pick up a chicken leg and eat chicken off the bone with some chopsticks. Like, they eat everything. They don't have any fork. And you can get a soup spoon You'll see them with these. You'll see them with those big spoons that are shaped like this. But they'll put the food on here to balance it, just so they can pick it up the way they want to pick it up. This doesn't go in their mouth unless they're just slurping on soup. They eat everything with a chopstick. But yeah, when Americans go over there, a lot of places will automatically give you forks and spoons unless you ask for chopsticks. But there's some places, like the little mom and pop shops, they don't even own forks and spoons. So all you're gonna get is some chopsticks, so you're gonna have to wait till you get home to eat, because they don't even have it. But like if you go to places like, TGI Fridays and Western Sizzler, Main Street restaurants, you get silverware. But if you go somewhere to try and eat the native food, you can figure it out. Yeah, I went to Taiwan the summer of my 11th grade year of high school. And I was there for 3.5 months. For the whole summer, my uncle played professional baseball in Taiwan. He played for the Jungle Bears. And so I picked up his daughter, who lives in New York. She was 5 at the time. Yeah, she was 5. So I flew from Houston to Detroit. And I got her in Detroit. And then we flew from Detroit to Hong Kong to Taiwan. And then it was just me and her the whole summer, because he's playing ball, so it was mainly just us. And then he'd have to travel with the team to go to different places to play games. And then sometimes we'd fly out to where the game was if he was going to be there for a longer period of time. No, you wouldn't, Tasty, because when you eat that often, you're not eating a lot. Like if you saw what I ate what, 6 bites of food? If you eat 6 bites of food every 2.5 to 3 hours, all that does is turns your metabolism on and tells your body to start burning fat. And you're not eating enough to gain anything. You're actually losing. When I had my weight loss surgery, that's what I found out about my body. The way that I ended up gaining as much weight as I did, because I used to be over 600 pounds. I only ate once a day. I didn't eat a lot of food. I didn't eat. I ate once a day. So when you don't eat, your body starts just holding on to stuff. It says, okay, this idiot's not going to feed me, so I'm just going to keep this. Hey, Carter's eat. This fool ain't going to feed me, so I'm going to hold on to this because I know I'm going to need it later, because she ain't going to eat like she's crazy. So it's like, okay, I'm going to keep that. So then the next day when you eat your 1 meal again, I'm going to keep that too. I'm going to keep that too. And what happens? You start gaining weight, even though it was just 1 meal, and people just assume, they see somebody overweight and they're like, all they do is eat. They eat all the time. That's not necessarily true. Because for me to start losing weight after I had my surgery, they told me you need to eat every 2.5 to 3 hours. If I did not eat every 2.5, 3 hours, I didn't lose. I didn't lose anything. But when I would eat 2 almonds, and then 2 hours later eat a bite of cheese, and then 2 hours later take a bite of a boiled egg, shoom, I lost 100 pounds. 100 pounds. I still hadn't eaten nobody's whole meal, right? It's I put something in my mouth, made my body wake up and start working. And it's like when I got injured and I was stuck in this bed, the only way I would eat was when my dad would come over, if he came over, because my kids stayed with him Monday through Friday, um, so that he could pick them up and drop them off at school instead of driving all the way here, because he lived all the way in Oklahoma City, and I'm in Midwest City. So even though he still had to take them to school here in Midwest City, that's where school was. It was still, passing the school to come here to get them and then go back. Just was silly. So he didn't come by necessarily every day. He would come by on the days when I needed more ice, because I had a water filtration system that went around the thing that I had to have on my foot, and it filtered ice cold water through this machine. So I had to keep ice so I could keep the machine running 24 hours a day. So it was like, thank you, Carol. So it was like, every other day he'd have to go get ice for me. He'd come over here, get my debit card, go get me ice, and while he was out, I'd have him get me a meal. Yeah, and they keep putting me on steroids too. I'm on steroids right now for this sciatica that's supposedly going into my arms now. But so whatever he would bring me, like if I had him go, I might have sent him to, like, there's a Creole spot. I might have him, go get me a fish dinner. So I would nibble on that, for those 1 or 2 days, in between when he would come. So I might eat a little that night, and then I'd save the rest, and then the next night I'd eat the rest. So I was only eating once, and that was if I felt like hopping in there, waiting, for the microwave, trying to either sit there and eat it and then hop my way back to the room, So I just got out of the habit of my every 2.5 to 3 hours. And now it's hard to, break that habit. As soon as I force myself to break that habit, I'll start losing weight again. But if I don't, I just keep gaining. But it does work. It really does work. Yeah, Nelly. I have 2 slip discs and a pinched nerve in my lower back, and then my upper in my neck and shoulders. I have, I think it's three compressed discs in my neck and shoulders. And well, I have a bad limp because I have a partially paralyzed foot. Um, then I have the sciatica, which shoots down my right leg to the knee, and it shoots all the way down my left leg all the way to the foot. Well, now since last Wednesday, my whole arm is going numb on me. Like it hurts up here, like my arm, it hurts all across here. But it's like it's numb. It's numb, it's tingling, like it's aching, it hurts. This back, I mean, it really hurts right here. I don't, and when I went to the ER, she was like, "Have you ever been treated for sciatica?" I was like, "Yeah, I have sciatica." She's just like, "Yeah, I think it's traveled to your arm." And I'm like, "Well, great." But I have to I have an appointment tomorrow to see my actual doctor about it, because they sent me an email saying that I should go in and see her. Three at the top, 1 collapsed at the bottom, and 3 herniated. Yeah, I have times sometimes if it gets messed up where I can't walk. Before I ever had surgery, before I lost any weight, when I was at my heaviest, which was over 600 pounds, I don't know how much because the scale didn't go that high, and they wanted me to go to the post office and be weighed. I was not finna be the fat black lady on TV going to the post office to get weighed. Wasn't happening. Um, but during that time, I was I worked at Hertz Reservation Center taking phone, making booking people's calls, booking their cars for international locations over the phone. And I would get off at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and go home, go to sleep, and I'd sleep until like 8 or 9 in the morning, before I start my day. Well, I got off work, went home, went to bed. When I woke up, I felt fine when I woke up. I got up, I walked to my bathroom, peed, because that's what you do first thing in the morning, right? Stood up, turned around, washed my hands, turned to walk out of the bathroom, hit the light switch, went to take a step. Something just shot straight up my back and straight down both legs, and I just went down. Shoom! I just hit the floor. I couldn't move nothing. I couldn't make my legs move. I couldn't make my arms move. I was just laying there. I was just laying there. And I laid on that floor for probably 20, 30 minutes. And like I was right in my hallway. So my hallway is right next to the living room. So I had a recliner chair, like kind of close. So I said, okay, let me get myself into this chair. So I like grabbed the side of the chair and I dragged myself over to the chair. And I kind of tried to pull myself up into the chair to sit. When I tried to sit in that chair, that pain shot. I slid my body straight back down out of that chair and laid flat right back down on the ground. I was like, oh, no, no, no. Sitting is not going to work. And I just proceeded to lay there some more. I laid there for like probably an hour or two. And my apartment, the way the people had made my apartment was so stupid. There was only one phone jack in the whole apartment, and it was in the kitchen. Well, I had put a splitter in, and I had one phone that was in the kitchen. There's no way I could get to the phone that was in the kitchen. Well, I had ran a cord from my kitchen all the way to my bedroom, but I had ran the cord about like 100-foot cord, and I tacked it all along the bottom of the floor against the wall, running all the way to the room. So I just reached over and I started pulling that cord loose from where I had it tacked and dragging that phone until I got that phone to drag to me where I was in the hallway. And again, I was like, if I call 911, I'm going to be the fat black woman that they had to call ambulance for and call for a helicopter or the fire department or whoever to try to get this fat black woman out of this house. I was like, I'm not calling 911. I'm not going to be that woman on the news. I didn't want to be that fat black woman on the news. I just called my aunt. Well, when I called my aunt had doped herself up really, really well. And she was high as a kite when she answered the phone. And I was like, hey, Brenda, I am on my floor and I can't walk. And she was like, why are you on the floor? And I was like, my back, I can't walk. I just fell. I just dropped to the ground. I'm just on this floor. I can't get up. And she was like, oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna go to sleep. Call me back when you get up. And she hung up the phone on me. So I'm like, okay, she's not gonna be no help because she was gone, y'all. She was so gone. So I laid there for probably like 20, 30 minutes and I started praying. And I was like, Lord, just give me the strength to get myself to my room. And I dragged myself across my carpet with my fingers and my toes and scooted myself from the hallway into my room along the side of my bed. And then I sat there on the side of the bed, well, laid there on the side of the bed and prayed and said, all right, we're going to get up and we're going to get across this bed and we going to get on the bed and we're going to be okay. Yeah, that's what she said. And so I reached up, grabbed the sheet, and I pulled as hard as I could, and I threw myself across that bed. And then I just laid there. I laid there for like a day and a half. The phone rings, and it was my aunt. And I answered the phone, and she was like, you on your way to work? I'm like, no, I can't walk. You still can't walk? Well, you got to go to the hospital because you got to go to work. You got to be able to pay your bills. You can't just be at home. You need to get up and go to the hospital so you can find out what's wrong so they can give you something so you can go to work. I lived on the second floor, y'all. It's like I can't walk and she's telling me to get up and go to the hospital. I'm like, okay, Brenda. So I said another prayer. And I got it, got up, put clothes on, and I slowly made myself out the front door. Slowly made myself out down those stairs, into my car, and to the emergency room. Hey, Morpheus. And then when I got there, they were like, it's your back. Something wrong with your back. And that was when they were telling me, in order to, see how much I weighed exactly, I need to go to the post office and blah, blah, blah. And the only way to see what exactly was wrong with my back, I would need an MRI machine. But I was too big for an MRI machine because that was, prior to when they invented the open MRI machines. So that time I wouldn't fit in an MRI. So I couldn't get an MRI. I think I kind of slid, Nelly. I think I kind of like used the bottom of my shoe, tilted my shoes down and kind of slid my way down. So that was when I started, they put me in therapy for my back. And they put me on Soma, Carasporidol, and Vicodin. Soma, Carasporidol, and Vicodin. When I tell y'all, when I went to work, I was high as a freaking kite. I was high as a freaking kite. I would answer that phone. Thank you for calling Hertz Reservations. Leilani speaking. How may I help you? I want to rent a car at London Heathrow Airport. Okay, I'll be glad to help with that. Where you want to rent a car? London Heathrow Airport. Oh, okay. What size car would you like? I want a full-size car. Okay. What size car would you like? I want a full-size car. Oh, okay. Where did you want to rent a car? People like, can I talk to somebody else? I got to the point to where I was telling people, I apologize if I repeat and ask you the same question. I'm on medication. I apologize. I stopped taking, I only took the, I can't remember if it was the Soma or the Carasporidol, but one of them was one of those pills that as soon as you put it in your mouth, it starts dissolving like Alka-Seltzer. And I couldn't gag that thing down. It just wasn't working. And that was the, I think it was the anti-inflammatory. And I asked the doctor, is there any kind of other anti-inflammatory? No, that's the only one you can have. It's the only one that will work. You have to take that. I'm like, but I can't, it won't, I can't, it won't go down. You just have to take it. Okay, fine. I ain't take it. I filled the prescriptions and left it on the counter. It's like, and that's one thing, they never gave me Neurontin. I didn't get Neurontin until I had this energy in the injury. They never gave me any kind of like nerve blocker back then. They just gave me stuff to dope me to freak up. So I quit taking the Corsportal. I don't remember if it was the Soma or the Corsportal. Oh, and she put me on Celebrex. And I'm glad I quit taking the Celebrex, because I just quit taking Celebrex because I didn't see what it was doing anyway. And then after I quit taking it anyway, that was when people started suing Celebrex because it was like making people sick and stuff. But I kind of think that's how I ended up with all the ulcers that I have is from the Celebrex that I took from the times when I did take it. But yeah, I started trying to see if I could qualify for weight loss surgery, and I couldn't get approved. And when my grandfather died, I moved to Houston. When my grandfather died, that left my grandmother by herself. She had never lived alone in her life. And she asked me if I'd come and stay with her. So I took all my stuff out of my apartment. I put it in storage, and then I moved to Houston and stayed with my grandma. And when I got to Houston, I was able to find a company there that did approve for me to be able to get the surgery. I had different insurance because I went to a different job, and I was able to get approved at that point. Well, before you could get approved, you had to try and lose weight by yourself. I took Flexeril before. I went on Weight Watchers. And while I was on Weight Watchers, I lost down to 399 pounds. And again, I said I was over 600. I just don't know how much because scale didn't go that far and I wasn't going to the post office. But I lost down to 399 and my body just stopped. It just stopped. I did not lose not 1 ounce past 399. It was like, I'm done. That's as much as I'm doing for you. We're done losing weight. We're done. And so that's what I was going through the company, trying to get approved. They were trying to get me to lose 15 more pounds. It wasn't going nowhere. It just wasn't. Hey, bird. And so because he saw how much I had already lost, he was like, okay, we're not going to worry about the 15 pounds. We're going to do this. And then I had my surgery, December 22nd, 2002. And in the hospital, I was in the hospital for, I think, 36 hours. I lost 100 pounds in the hospital. No, I lost 60 pounds in the hospital in that 36 hours, which, you know, it's just like muscle tone and water. But by the time I went home, like, I lost all my legs. Like, my legs were gone. I lost all the muscle in my legs. And that was where all the weight came from, was my legs. My legs just said, shoo. And yeah, this weight loss was really slow, and I had to teach myself to eat as often as they wanted me to. But when I finally got myself on that schedule to where I was eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, I just started losing weight. Like, it just started, you know, like, okay. It was like just teaching myself how to make a metabolism was basically what I was doing. And then I think weight rise, as far as numbers, because I stopped when I moved, I left Houston. Hey, Kristen, when I left Houston, I wasn't going to my meetings anymore, and that's the only place I ever went to weigh. And so The last weigh that I ever did, that I knew, the smallest I ever got, I was like 228 pounds. But I looked weird at 228 pounds. Like, I looked weird. I really did look weird. And that was actually after I had Rayon, because in the middle of me losing weight, that's when I got married and then got pregnant with her and had her, and I was still losing weight at that time, because that was during the time you weren't supposed to get pregnant within 2 years of having surgery, and I was on birth control and it decided not to work. So I ended up having a baby in the middle. My whole pregnancy with Rayon, I gained 12 pounds. So all I gained was 12 pounds. It was all, her and fluid. And then when I got to the like 227, I was in like a size 14, 16, which, like I said, I looked kind of weird. I didn't like how I looked. So I actually got myself back up to where I was in a 16. And for, as you know, I have a huge frame. Like, I have a large frame. I'm a freaking Amazon. I always have been, always will be. 16, I look good. I look normal. I was like, this is where I want to stick. I'm not going to worry about numbers of how many pounds it is. I'm good with the size. And so I went back to 16. And then I stayed there. And then 4 years later, I was pregnant with, thank you, Kristen. I was pregnant with Shaylin. And her pregnancy was all completely different. It was so hard. I was so sick for the first 3-4 months. I couldn't eat. I couldn't keep anything down. I couldn't even drink. Everything made me sick. Um, for 3-4 months, I couldn't. When I couldn't eat, what did I say happens to me when I'm not eating? I gain weight. I gained 100 pounds. It was all just fluid, really. But I gained. And I go to the doctor, and the doctor's fussing at me. You know, you can't gain weight. You gain too much weight. You can't gain. I'm like, I'm not even eating. I'm not doing it. I can't even drink water. Like, everything was coming back up. He fussing me about my weight. I finally figured out that I could keep hot candy in my mouth, and that kept me from being nauseous. I could drink grapefruit juice. That was the only drink I could drink that would stay down. Grapefruit juice. And I could eat spicy food. Right, my body went back in starvation mode. So when I finally figured out what I could get to go down and stay down, I had ruby red grapefruit juice all around all the time. And then I'd make like a pot of gumbo, freaking fly, or a pot of chili. And that was what I was eating. Like, I just eat a little bit all day, keep a hot fireball in my mouth. All of that weight, all of it dropped straight off. I lost what was it? It was like 80 that I gained. I lost the 80 I gained plus 20 pounds. Yeah, that's where the 100 came from. I lost that 80 plus 20 more. Then he really flipped out. You can't lose weight like that. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all I did was start eating. And then by the end of the pregnancy, I think I put on 9 or 10 pounds. 9 or 10 pounds is all I, put back on, that stayed. And then when I had her, I was back in my 16s again. Like, I was kind of 16, 18. But it just went back. And I stayed there again until I got back here. And first I had my knee replaced. And then as I was healing from having my knee replaced, I went through that pane of glass, almost severed my foot. And then I was stuck in this bed for 2 years. Yeah. So that's where I am now. I got to get back into my eating habits to get it back off again. So grapefruit juice works for you too for the nausea? I thought it was so weird when I tried it, but I kept trying different things. Like, it was like, I gotta find something. So every day I'd buy some other different kind of drink to try and find something that I could drink. Because, I mean, everything. As soon as it hit my stomach, it's like, nope. And the grapefruit juice worked, of all things. Yep, that's where mine was when I went in for my arm the other day. It was 150/90. Your dad told you? See, I never even heard. I was just standing in the store on the juice aisle, just looking. And that was the one I picked that day, and it worked. Like, I had read about sour candy was supposed to work for nausea. So I bought those Prego Pops that they had at baby Toys R Us, Babies R Us, and they worked a little bit. But one of my friends, I walked into work, and one of my friends had some little mini fireballs sitting at her desk, and I took one and I put it in my mouth, and like the nausea went away. And I was like, huh, okay, well, that works. And that's what made me try some hot food, some spicy food. And I don't remember what the first thing was that I tried. I can't remember, because I know I went to some restaurant and got whatever it was, but it was like some kind of spicy soup or something. But it worked. It was spicy and it didn't make me sick. And I was like, okay, so I need something spicy. And then when I figured out the grapefruit, I was like, I need something sour and I need something spicy, and I'm okay. Okay, see, when I was little, for stomach viruses, my grandma, my granny would give me either Sprite or ginger ale. That was her thing. But that never worked for me for nausea anyway, so I never understood the point of that. Thank you, Tasty. Good night. But I guess for some people, it does work, but ginger ale and Sprite never did anything for me. Ginger ale works for you? See? I guess some people just have a different system. And grapefruit juice is just what works for us, because it sure worked. Because I remember I told people I was drinking grapefruit juice, and they were like, "You're drinking grapefruit juice? And you're pregnant?" I was like, it's working. I mean, even water was like, I couldn't keep down anything. Yeah. But I want to get, yeah, I have two kids, two girls. They are 4 years and 2 days apart. I want to get a mini fridge to put in my room, and in that I want to keep fruit and like my coconut milk and like just stuff to make smoothies, so that like when I wake up in the morning I could just make me a smoothie. Because my thing, I don't even bother to walk to the kitchen. If I'm not fixing something for the kids, I don't even go in there. Because I'm truly not hungry. I don't get hungry. My girls are good. They are 8 and 12. They're 4 years and 2 days apart, exactly. I've had 2 knee surgeries. I've had a total knee replacement, and then I had a surgery before the total knee replacement to try to prevent me from having the knee replacement. And then I had, once that healed and the swelling went down, the same issue came right back, and I had to have my knee replaced. What it was my knee had gotten so bad. Well, I was told I have the knees of a 97-year-old man, both knees. And my left knee was worse than my right knee. My left knee had gotten to where it was, I have a titanium knee. Um, it was dislocating itself like several times a day. It would just pop out of joint. And I would have to pop it back, or get one of my kids to help me pop it back by grabbing my leg and lifting it up for me in the opposite direction to get it to pop back, because it hurt so bad I couldn't do it. And so he did the first surgery where he cut my knee to tighten the tendons to where it wouldn't pop out of place again. So that was when I became the couch chef. And I told you when I did my, I would make videos on Facebook and stuff and post what I cooked for dinner. I did everything from my couch because I was just stuck there trying to heal from that. And when swelling went down and I started therapy for that so I could go back to work,